here we are, the Art Loeb Trail, the northern terminus at Cold Mountain. Let's do it. Went up about 350 feet in a little less than half a mile. Definitely getting that elevation out the way. Very beautiful. There's a little bit of waterfall over there. I'll get some better shots in a second. See a little better now. It's always pretty when, somewhat earlier in the day, the sun's coming up and it shines on the kind of soft green of the forest floor, or at least here on the side of the ridge. Very pretty. You still see some of the recent burn areas. I emailed the ranger that does this district in Pisgah National Forest, and they said it's just recently opened back up. Tent sites here, fire rings and stuff. Yeah, you can see some of the burns. So this is some serious grade right here. The camera never does it justice. This is steeper than a 45-degree incline, definitely. Maybe, I don't know, 50, 55 degrees. I don't know what percent that is. I'm not that good at math. I mean, I can figure it out, but I don't feel like it. But, pretty steep. Ooh, they weren't joking when they said this is a steep trail. But it is pretty. I'm at about 5,200 feet of elevation right now. Pretty much gone nothing but up. I've gone about 2,300 feet up in just over 4 miles. So that's 500 feet a mile, roughly, right? My math is probably all off. It's still early. Not really. It's kind of a skinny little ridge up here. There's been some class 2 stuff, using your hands to balance. No like rebar or anything, but that's definitely some scrambles that require hands to balance. It's a steep drop on either side. It's a cool trail. It's kind of flattened out. Really nice cedary stuff here. Has that evergreen smell. This is nice up here. I'm at about 5,600 feet of elevation right now. It kind of feels like the Smoky Mountains on the AT, a little bit. I'm not sure if it's a similar ecosystem or whatever, but the hiking kind of feels a little similar to parts of the Smokies, at least when I was there on my AT thru hike. All right, Glitter Gang, here's another one for you guys. It's really pretty here on the Art Loeb Trail. Oh yeah, look at all that majesty. Almost feels like the Roan Highlands, almost. This is a really cool part of the trail right here. Really neat stuff. Wow. This is cool. What a fantastic view. The phone never does it justice though. Really, really cool stuff. The climb up to get here is pretty steep. Lots of climbing in that first, 5, 6, 7 miles. I think I've gone like, I don't know, something like that. Once you get up to this area, this is nice. And it's nice on the way up too. just much more climbing. Right now it's pretty cruisy. Man, this is pretty stuff. Oh yeah. I'm here for it. Way up high. This is cool. A little bit of scrambling. I'm close to getting above 6,000 feet. The phone never does it justice. Pretty steep up, but look at all that. Wow, just so pretty. Not a scenic moment, but a moment nonetheless as I cross the 6,000 feet up mark. You see over there. But I'm officially over 6,000 feet in the air, which for the East Coast, for the Appalachian region, that's pretty high up. Maybe not for out west. My cabin out west that I live in most summers when I'm not through hiking sits at like 7,400 feet, 7,800 feet, something like that. Double D would know. But for the East Coast, that's kind of high. So we like cross a road, this is cool, and then we just go straight into the dark spooky woods. Except it's not spooky, it's very pretty, like evergreen forest, smells good in here. So those balds sure were pretty, but what goes up must come down. It's a long way down there. I don't know if you can see that. Holy smokes, that's a long way down. I don't know if the phone does it justice, but that's like a straight steep drop right there. So we're taking some stairs down now. Pretty cool. So here we have a little hiking shelter here. If it was just a little bit later in the day, I would consider staying here. But I still have about 2 hours, two good hours of hiking. So I'll keep pushing onward. That's pretty cool. That was a climb to get up here, but it is worth the view. Wow. Currently just over 5,000 feet. Feels like a lot higher. That is the best thing to come up on. Walking up on the Art Loeb Trail sign and somebody etched in an F to make it the Fart Loeb Trail. That'll never not be funny. I meant to start filming earlier so I could catch some of the sunrise, but I was taking my tent down and I forgot. Oh well. Nice peaceful morning though. That's a really cool rock outcropping right there. Fantastic. Wow. Beautiful. It's flat, and I'm walking on pine needles. This is cool. And the mountains up there. Some crazy storm damage. That bridge is like totally missing. They've done a great job of restoring it. And now the trail turns into this. I just went the wrong way. Luckily I didn't go too far, I made it about 10 steps. The trail is this way. That'd have been really funny if I made it like a half mile. Here we are. It's crazy. Pisgah National Forest. And here we are, the southern terminus of the Art Loeb Trail. Beautiful trail. Steep, but pretty. Well worth it. Oh, that is pretty. Nice.
Got it?
Yeah, I do. Made it back to the Rev. And funny story, that truck you see driving away and the car I was in when I got the picture of that waterfall, I caught a hitch back to the other side of the trailhead. The ride I was originally going to use fell through. And so I was like sitting there on the side of the road, just outside the Pisgah National Forest in North Carolina, holding my thumb out. And actually, funny story. Here, hang on. Okay, it works. I'm really bad at this. So I walk into the Pisgah Visitor Center, like the ranger station, and I say, hey, do you guys have any Forest Service vehicles going back from Davidson River Campground, which is the southern terminus, back up to Cold Mountain Trailhead, which is the northern terminus? And this guy's like, no, unfortunately, sorry. You know, that sucks though. Like, you know, you might be able to hire a shuttle, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, no worries. Thanks, man. So I walk maybe a mile down the road towards like town, away from the forest, like heading out of it. And I'm like sticking my thumb out and like, you know, whatever, doing what you gotta do. And so I'm sticking my thumb out and this truck pulls up and it's the same guy. It's the same guy I talked to in the visitor center at the ranger station. And he said, hey, I can take you there. And I was like, it's like an hour drive. And he's like, no, I got you. Don't worry about it. So that guy drove me like an hour back up to where I parked here at the northern terminus. Parked at the northern terminus, hiked all the way south. Plans fell through. And so this guy that was working at the visitor center ranger station, he just so happened, he had just gotten off duty. He volunteered with the Forest Service and he had just gotten off duty, saw me and he said, hey, hop in, I'll take you up there. And his name is Andrew. And I shook his hand and I thanked him so much because that is awesome. He's a true trail angel. And that's what makes the trail so cool. I'll get some more shots of nature because I'm bad when the camera's facing me. And so I'm about to head out. The Art Loeb Trail has been successfully thru-hiked. Plans often go out the window, but that's how it goes. I will see you guys on the PCT.